So hello there and welcome back to the channel. This is Mel's Gaming here with another Way of the Hunter video. Now this video was recorded during the early access for Matariki Park, so a huge thank you to Nine Rocks Games and the Way of the Hunter team for allowing me to take part in this early access. Now in this video we are going to go through the patch notes for this brand new update, and then we're going to take a little bit of a look at the lodge here on Matariki Park, which is really cool, whilst I give you guys a bit of a review of the map and tell you what I think of it so far. But let's start off by going through the patch notes. So Matariki Park DLC is out now. By the time this video releases, it will be release day for the map. It will be February 6th, so this map will be out for everyone. It says, discover the magic of New Zealand, a paradise for nature enthusiasts and hunters alike, together with new tripod stands. So obviously, as I said, today will be the release date for the map for everyone, and we have the tripod stands coming along with this update too. So, Matariki Park DLC, update 1.25. Welcome to Matariki Park. Matariki Park in New Zealand offers a remarkable blend of biomes. Traverse hilly or mountainous terrain, home to the unique Himalayan tahr and the mighty sambar deer, and venture into lowland forest areas, the domain of the majestic red deer. Immerse yourself in nature's beauty and lifelike wildlife that will keep you engaged for hours, all while offering insights into unique local habitats and traditions. Experience nature like nowhere else. Matariki Park is a world unto itself, featuring lakes, dams, beaches, dense forests, steep hills, hidden caverns, rivers and rainforests. It offers a vast array of biomes and wildlife, from feral pigs and goats, unique to Way of the Hunters New Zealand, to wild ducks and sika deer. Enjoy seeing all the animals that have been introduced in recent centuries who have made it their new home. Matariki Park Animals List. So this is all of the species that you will be able to hunt on Matariki Park. Chamois, European hare, European rabbit, fallow deer, feral goat, feral pig, grey lag goose, helmeted guinea fowl, Himalayan tahr, pheasant, red deer (brackets New Zealand), Rocky Mountain elk, sambar deer, sika deer, white-tailed deer, wild boar and wild duck. So a pretty big species list, 17 species going to be on this map with quite a few new ones included. So a really interesting species list with quite a diverse range of species. A lot of, sort of big and medium game, but quite a bit of small game as well. So a little bit of something for everyone there. Then it says elevated hunting experience. Introducing the mobile hunting tripod stand, a game changer for hunters. This feature, available to all Way of the Hunter owners on all maps, allows for the placement of a stand to wait for the perfect opportunity. Patience is key in Way of the Hunter, whether in Matariki Park, Nez Perce Valley, Aurora Shores, Tikamoon Plains, or Transylvania. Please look at the new features, improvements and fixes in this update and let us know your thoughts on Discord or Facebook. I will link the official Discord and their Facebook page in the description of this video, so you can go and let them know your thoughts. So now let's actually move into the patch notes themselves. 1.25 patch notes. Added. Tripod stands, the Antolia Big Brother and the Antolia Giraffe Matariki Park DLC only, and I really hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. So there are going to be two different tripod stands. One is going to be free and available for all players as part of the free side of this update, and one is only going to be available if you purchase the Matariki Park DLC. So really cool that there is going to be sort of a free and paid version, so everybody gets to experience it, so that's a really cool thing. Also added, melanistic fallow deer, Transylvania and Matariki Park. So I wondered whether any new rares were going to come with this update, and we are getting melanistic fallow deer, which is really cool. Tweaked. The spawn system of albino, melanistic and leucistic animals has been adjusted to make them more rare. The change will take effect after the rares in your current save file have either been harvested or died. That's really cool. Giving rares more of a value, that's really fantastic to see. I'm so pleased to see this. Send, save and reset progression options are no longer available while in game, only via the main menu. Encyclopedia. Animals are ordered alphabetically based on their English name instead of their Latin names. That's a really nice quality of life feature. Xbox, PS5, improved frame rate in visual quality mode, and brackets additional improvements are still ongoing. So some really nice tweaks there. I am especially excited about the spawn rates for the rares. That's such a cool thing to see. Now moving on to the fixed section. So we have Xbox achievements not updating for some players. That has now been fixed. Also for Xbox, multiplayer not being accessible for some players. That's also really great to see. The perk sitting and watching not updating correctly has also been fixed. Also here on this list of fixes, it says small branches and leaves stopping bullets on some trees. Distance shown in binoculars, brackets rangefinder, and in hunter sense while looking through a scope, brackets hunter sense dot, will remain affected by foliage. Hunter sense glow effect on discovered need zones when the player had the perk walk and sense unlocked. That has also been fixed. Player character doing a little dance when using the rattlebag cooler when crouched, that has also been fixed. That's cool to see. The rangefinder number in binoculars not following accessibility settings, that has also been fixed. And also on this list of fixes, incorrect life cycle info of pheasants and helmeted guinea fowl in the encyclopedia. Infinite ammo with bows and crossbows has also been fixed. The wrong animal responding to the elk cooler after the player has changed the call option, that has also been fixed. Scent visualization in the hunting map not working while in hunting stands has also been fixed. Overlapping in the diorama to Cape Buffalo brackets Calm, that's one of the mounts in the Tikamoon Plains Lodge, that has been fixed, so that will no longer be an issue. And also fixed visual bugs on mountain goats in the claim screen. So that's already a lot of different fixes and some really fantastic ones in there. And then finally, moving on to the last few, we have rebinding movement causing problems with camera control in photo mode has been fixed. Settings, controller scheme missing focus / hold breath button description, that has been fixed. And finally, various localization issues have also been fixed. That is really, really fantastic. That is a great set of patch notes. Some really interesting and exciting things in there. Like I said, for me, the standout ones, I would say are, the addition of melanistic fallow deer, the change to the rare spawning system, because it's going to give rares more value, which is fantastic. I know I had a lot of people talking about the Xbox achievements not updating and not wanting to play until those are fixed, so that's also a really good one to see. Just overall, a really good set of patch notes, and I'm really, really excited about all of these fixes, changes, and tweaks. And then finally, we have a picture of one of the tripods. I believe that to be the giraffe one. So, really, really cool. Now, whilst I give you guys a little bit of a review of this map, we are just going to take a walk around the lodge here on Matariki Park. Now, I know for previous map releases, I've done like a full walk around showing off every single plaque and platform and pedestal in a lodge and exactly what you can mount where. But the thing is, this lodge is just so big that would take forever, and there's a lot of like the same size plaques and stuff so that you can mount multiple of the same sort of size species, so that would just take forever. So I figured what I would do is just take a walk around the lodge, show you guys just how massive it is, and you'll be able to see all of the different plaques, platforms, pedestals, etc., and just how many there are in this lodge. It really is a massive lodge that is going to be quite impressive when it's all filled out, and also take a look at some of the dioramas that you can place in this lodge as well. Now, whilst we're doing that in the background, I'm going to give you guys my review thus far of the Matariki Park DLC. Now, right off the bat, I do want to say I like Matariki Park. It is a good map, and overall it is a positive thing that this map has been added to the game. However, there are a few points and things that I wish were different. So, for starters, it is a very small map. It is kind of the same as Aurora Shores. It's very, very small, and once you learn the good hotspots for the different species, it becomes a game of just waiting for things to age and trying to skip through age cycles. And that was something I found I ended up basically doing quite quickly once I'd explored the entire map, was just constantly waiting on things to age. And I found that to be quite disappointing, because the areas that are really good areas have animals that are just such high fitness that I found there's not an awful lot to even cull out, so you end up just being like waiting for things to age a lot, and I find that that's a little bit frustrating. I would like there to be sort of more management and stuff that needs to be done, maybe the hotspots to be sort of less good in terms of genetics, which is something I didn't expect that I would be saying, but because there are such good hotspots, I feel like with certain species they end up getting devalued because you end up with a lot of 5 stars quite quickly. Now, there's going to be a lot of videos from me from this early access hunting the various different species, and something you will notice that I have actually seen with the feral goats and the feral pigs is that every single 5-star mature that I have harvested has the exact same fur type. The exact same fur, which is really disappointing because there are a number of different fur types for the goats and for the feral pigs when you actually go and hunt them, but it seems that every decent sized mature ends up having the same fur type. I think the biggest I have seen on a feral goat having a different fur type has been a 3-star, but every single 5-star I've ended up harvesting has had the exact same fur. And when we saw those pictures with them all having different fur types, I was hoping that, you know, it would be more varied and that the 5 stars you'd end up getting would have a number of different fur types, so there would be sort of more variety to hunt for. Same with the feral pigs. Every single 5-star feral pig I have seen, and actually even every 4-star feral pig I have seen, has had the exact same fur. The females have different furs and they have different patterns when they are the smaller ones I've seen having different furs and some of the younger ones, but never like the 5-star matures. All of them have had the same fur type so far. So that's a little bit disappointing. I hope that maybe that will change and that maybe the furs will be more randomized, because that was something I was really excited about with this map, was the, you know, variety of furs. So that's a little bit disappointing. I also wish that there was at least one more rare fur type added with this map, seeing as we've got all these new species, and the only animal that has a rare fur type that's new is the melanistic fallow deer. So I really wish that there was like albino sambar or sika, something else to go after in terms of rares would have been really, really nice. So that's just like another point that I think would have been cool. Now, also on that same vein of talking about trophy variation, with the red deer, every 5-star red deer I have harvested until this point, and there will be another video today where I am talking about this and looking at all the 5-star red deer that I've harvested during this early access period, they all have the exact same frame. There is a little bit of difference between the biggest 5 stars and the smaller 5 stars. There's like some length in the tines that gets added, and I think a tiny little bit of mass, but overall it's the same frame. Like, if you looked at 2 and you hadn't been, you know, looking at loads and loads of them, you would think that they were the exact same. It was only when I had harvested a good number of them that I thought I could see a difference, and then I took a look in the lodge and I could see that there was some differences. So I find that to be really, really unfortunate, because the Transylvania 5 stars have way more variation than the 5-star reds here on New Zealand, and that's a real shame for me, because I was hoping that there would be, you know, a lot of different rack styles to go and collect for the 5 stars, and really at the minute, once you've had one of the higher percentage fitness males and one of the sort of lower percentage fitness males but still a 5-star, they end up looking practically the same, just with, like I said, a little bit of time length and stuff added to the bigger 5 stars. So I think that that's a bit of a shame. Like I said, the map itself is really nice. I like the environments and stuff. It's very pretty to actually look at. But, like I said, it suffers with the same thing as Aurora Shores, because it is such a small map. Once you know the hotspots, you're just going and checking those hotspots over and over again, skipping through age cycles and just waiting for the animal that you've spotted to age up. And that basically becomes the entire the entire focus of what you're doing. There's not a whole lot other than that to do. Another thing that I wish was different, and this sort of goes into the same vein, is the small game. I have struggled so much to find much of the small game on this map at all. I have found precisely one flock of helmeted guinea fowl on the entire map. Now, I'm sure that there is more flocks, but I have driven around the entire map and I have managed to locate one flock. Now, with the European rabbits, which are a new species, I have found, I think, 3 or 4 different groups of them across the entire map. And, you know, I've been going to the areas that are supposed to be primary habitat, driving through them really slowly to give me the, you know, best vantage point over the land, and I've just not been finding them. The only places I found them have been in not primary habitat, and the areas where, you know, it's supposed to be good for them, the primary habitat in, like, the Highlands area, it's just devoid of them. Like, maybe there's a couple of groups that I've missed, but there's just not enough of the small game, I feel. And this is something that I felt about the snowshoe hares over on Nez Perce Valley and Aurora Shores. I think that for such small species that are so hard to hunt, they need to up the population of them, because otherwise they're just such a pain to hunt. I've seen a decent amount of grey-lag geese and a few flocks of wild ducks and pheasants, but also the European hares. I've seen maybe 2 groups on the entire map. It just feels like there needs to be an increased population of some of these small game species, especially the rabbits and the hares on this map, and I would say the guinea fowl too. But overall, it is a really nice map. The new animal models are really nice, and I do actually enjoy hunting it. And if you're looking for a map where you're going to end up getting probably quite a lot of trophies, this is probably that map. And maybe that's what they were going for with having so many 5 stars on this map, because I have found a lot of 5 stars, and like I said, once you find those high fitness areas, you end up coming across a lot of big animals, and maybe that's what they were going for with this map, and they want it to be a trophy paradise. But, you know, I would prefer it if some of the trophies were rarer and had some more variation, and that's really my biggest takeaway from this entire map. But, like I said, overall, I do enjoy the map, and I will provide all of this feedback to the developers as well, so maybe things can be tweaked, changed, adjusted, all of those good things to make this map even better than it already is, because, like I said, it is a good map. Don't let my points take away from the fact that this is a good map, and I do like it, but I also try to give as balanced of an opinion as possible and give you guys my honest feedback with everything, no matter what it is, what game. I always try to give my complete honest feedback. And, you know, things like I'd like to see more trophy variation and maybe some of the trophies being rarer, that's all stuff that we can tell the devs, and then maybe things get changed, because they do a really good job of listening to feedback. So if you end up playing the map and feel the same way about some of these things, do make sure to let them know and give them feedback on these different things. But that is going to be pretty much it for this video. The lodge is really nice as well. That is just a really good plus point about this map, is the lodge is really fantastic. There's a lot of space to display a lot of trophies for the different species, and I think all the mounts and especially the dioramas end up looking really nice. So yeah, I'm really happy with the lodge especially, and it's going to be quite fun to end up filling this place out, I think. Definitely a lot of mounts to fill and a lot of small game mounts to fill, which I think is going to be some of the trickier aspects of actually filling out this lodge. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for this one. So thank you so much for watching and for all your support as always. I'm going to have a lot of early access content releasing over the next several days for this map that I ended up recording hunting the new species and, you know, with new 5 stars and stuff. So if you're looking for more content on this map, then I'm definitely going to be having a fair good amount of it over the next few days. But like I said, that is pretty much going to be it for this one. So thank you so much for watching and for all your support as always. Don't forget to check out the links that will be in the description for the Way of the Hunter official Discord and also for their Facebook page, so you can provide feedback once you've actually had chance to play this map, which again, today will be the release date. Once I have posted this video, the map should be out for everyone. So yeah, the more feedback we can provide the devs, obviously the more improvements and stuff they can make, and it's just the more feedback the better, basically. The more we can provide them with, the more they have to work off of, so let's definitely try and give them as much feedback as possible. But that is going to be it for this video, so thank you so much for watching and for all your support as always, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.